Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning. Hope the markets have been good to you today. They've been looking terrible for me. Connect. Alright, let me start with pound yen. Pound yen, just about bearish for the day. It's pushed down to what, 197.4 area again, and now it's pushed back up. So we're coming back. We're pulling back from these highs on GJ, but we're not really getting a strong push down. Look at all these wicks on the daily. For me, pound yen is still not very tradable. Maybe like quick in and outs, but it's just not clean. So we did get a bit of a drop yesterday out of the range, but you know, look, this 4-hour candle, we're right back inside this range. So I'm gonna take it easy with GJ. Hopefully today we get a big push. We have all the news today. We've got ADP in half an hour, 30 minutes, and then we've got GDP in 45 minutes, and then we got interest rates later tonight. So 4-hour looks like it's just creating a support, but it's just back into this range. I didn't even mark it up. I just looked at it and I thought, nah, I'm just gonna leave my old levels from way back and just wait for some structure, wait for something, wait for a breakout to put in. I know Rosie was in some sells yesterday. I wonder how they went. I'll ask her when she pops up. Did anyone else take any GJ trades yesterday? Right, gold on the daily is currently bearish. Hasn't had much movement today. As you can see, the daily candle is very small. What is this? 33. It's 100 pips, if that. 110 pips, which is not much for gold. I think gold is definitely waiting for all the news to be released this week before it moves. So the 4-hour has created a resistance and pushing down. So we still got downtrend structure on gold, even though we've been slightly pushing up on the lower time frames. I think these are just small pushes up to continue bearish, especially with NFP this week. Interest rates, which if interest rates aren't being dropped, sorry, interest rates aren't being dropped today, then I think gold is going to continue bearish. It's going to be bearish for gold, isn't it? An expensive dollar equals weak gold. So, and to be fair, that should be priced in, but I think we'll still get a bit of a move once it's confirmed. So I'm sure they were saying the earliest decrease was going to be September. So most likely the next one, the one in August, no, it's like every 6 weeks. So probably the next one, we'll see the drop. And so we've got this strong support where gold was holding yesterday. Now I wasn't expecting, if this support was broken, that price would continue pushing down to at least like 33.85. But gold held at that support and then pushed back up after news yesterday. So no trade again for me. I mean, look, this is just, if you wanted to play this range, it's possible, but it's not great price action, is it? It's not great price action at all. I wouldn't even know where to put any levels. I just woke up, saw this still going on, and just thought, I'm gonna have the morning off. Yeah, hello. I saw the range and I had the morning off. I was like, there's no point even trying to trade this or look for anything in here. So this might just be a day where I'm just chilling, seeing what's going on, just reading the charts and not taking any action, because this price action is not great. Got so many wicks. Yeah. And typically when there's lots of news, you would expect there to be lots of volume as well. But just not the case. So I've just got these 4-hour levels on. Just going to put the most recent resistance. And this looks to be the best support because we've had multiple taps, multiple touches. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So if gold wants to make a move, I'm thinking a retest of either this 4-hour resistance or 4-hour support. And then we'll see after that. About news in 25. In fact, let's look at what happened the last time this news was dropped. Let's go to calendar. Advanced GDP. Should I update the title? Alright, so ADP July the 2nd and advanced GDP April 30th, because it's quarter on quarter. So ADP, let's go to the 15-minute time frame, July 2nd. Go to 12:30. Alright, 1:15. So this was the move. Nope, this was the move here. Also, it pushed up. What are the results? I won't say it's bad numbers, but it was bad numbers. So the forecast was 99. It came out minus 33. So gold shot up. It's quite a move actually. 120 pips. That 15-minute candle. What's price doing before? So it's kind of ranging. Took me away, didn't it? Let's go back. So price was kind of sideways on an uptrend beforehand. Where's the news? Pushed up, dropped back down, continued pushing up. And also, so April 30th was advanced GDP. So gold pushed up at 1 o'clock and then continued up till it reached the highs and then fell back down again. And that was also negative too, bad numbers. So we'll see if we get some bad numbers on ADP today, then we can expect gold to push up again. And it seems also the same for GDP. Bad numbers, gold is bullish, which makes sense because typically USD data, if it comes out good, it's bullish for USD. If it comes out bad, it's bearish for USD. Therefore, gold will do the opposite. And I won't look at interest rates today because it's very early for that, but before the end of the stream I'll look at interest rates, what happened last month. Where's my chat? Benny, what's up? Big news day. Yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. Hey Rosie. Rosie, how did your trade go yesterday? Your GJ sales? Close 30 pips. 4 hour support was holding. I think there was a 4 hour support. I think I had one down here. But you got in, it was around here, wasn't it? I believe there was a 4 hour support. Yeah, right here. I think I had a 4 hour support. 197.9. But yeah, obviously was holding because it pushed down, came back up, and finally broke it today. Back in the range. So GJ is boring. GJ is boring. This range, yeah. Oh my god. It is quite. It's been here for ages. 198. Every time I look back at my targets, the targets are the same. And I want it to, if it pushes up, break above 199.7. So this is never my buy target. I feel like when GJ is ready to push, it's gonna push. It's just taking its time about it. Let me get off this daily time frame here. I need a new mouse pad. Halfway through this week already. This year, I can't believe we're in the 7th month. We're gonna be in the 8th month of the year. What a year. The way pound yen is pushing up. it closes above 198.5, just to be clear of it, I do like the buys up through this clean range. It's like 50 pips. It's not bad. Gold. Yeah, I'm not feeling gold. I'm not feeling gold at all. This isn't very tradable. It's still just making high lows, high highs. So I'm gonna leave gold, I think, until I get a nice clean range. So now if gold decides to push up, strong push up after news or a strong push down, if I have a nice long candle and then I get some structure, then I'd look to trade through that. That's the only time I'll trade through the range. If I get a nice long candle and a clean range, then I wouldn't mind trading like the reversal of that if I get a nice setup. So say the news is bearish for gold, it drops all the way down to back down to this 4-hour support. It comes all the way back down here, and then it creates some type of structure. Like if I get a double bottom, I'll take it back up. Or if I get a low and then a higher low, I'd take it back up, because I'd have this as a clean range to trade back up through. So something like that. After news, of course. Someone is at your door. One sec. There we go. Shit. GJ still pushing. Daily's bullish. If price closes above this resistance as well, we'll be breaking yesterday's high, which will look better for the buyers up. Alright, let me see. when was the advanced GDP? It was 30th of April, and then ADP was at on the 2nd, usually the first Wednesday. So this would have been the ADP news here. 1:30, 1:15. So half of this candle here. So could be that if gold pushes up, pound yen pushes down. Had a bit of a bearish move for advanced GDP as well. April 30th. Interesting. Eating my fruits. I love fruits. GJ moves more than gold sometimes. When it comes to news that you would think would affect gold, you see mad volume in pound yen. Mad volume in pound yen. Did anyone take any trades today? Any moves this morning? If you were awake, I know Yeehurst's like middle of the night for you in the US. No trades. This range is bad business. Shit, which one? Both, right? That's not what I meant to press. Okay, when my music stop. Let's not do any of that stuff. Alright, there we go. See, with pound yen, I need it to clear the highest point before the clean range, because this resistance could be valid, this resistance could be valid, you know, this got the biggest range. If I add it to at least here, that 50 pips. But yeah, anywhere below should have a big thick zone here, just resistances. Oh, got news in a minute. No polls today. 2 lots of news. Oh yeah, let me 30 seconds. Still playing this range. See what those numbers were. It's not moving much. Good numbers. Good numbers. Forecast was 77. Came out 104k. So it's good. Way better than last week. I mean last month. Or beginning of this month even. Way better results. So not much movement there. Still playing this range. But good numbers. Should be bullish for USD. Bearish for gold. Do, 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 do. I wonder if gold will come back down to the bottom of this range on those weak, well, good numbers, good numbers. GJ is doing nothing. Look at DXY. So dollar index still pushing up. Looks like a nice inverted head and shoulders going on here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's pushing into a strong 4-hour resistance. Interesting, interesting. Alright, pound yen's chilling. Alright, we've got more news in 12 minutes. Party doesn't stop. I actually do prefer weeks when there are no news. Like last week was a good week. Just straight price action. Some clean ranges. Some nice pushes. Last week was nice. And then this week's just been slow. Ranging. I'm gonna start asking ChatGPT what's going on. With gold, yeah, just zooming out on gold. Just zooming out, like completely. Stay on the 1 hour. If I was looking at gold just like this, we are on a downtrend. This pullback just seems to be struggling. And like I said yesterday, I do believe it's just a pullback to get better sell entries for FOMC later. Because if gold was going to pull back, it would be, you know, I think it would be cleaner than this. This is what, 300 pips over the past nearly 3 days. Because it started Monday. Monday, the pullback. And only 300 pips. This drop alone, which happened in 2 hours, is more than 300 pips. We haven't even retraced the drop from Monday yet. So, where do I think gold will pull back to? Highest, maybe 33, 39 before FOMC. If it does push up, retest 4-hour resistance, sell back down this afternoon or this evening. This evening for us, the afternoon for the US. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If they do decide to drop the interest rates, then gold to 4,000. We're on the road to 4,000 then. But as soon as interest rates start dropping, we're gonna see gold push up. So even if we retest 3,200, 3,300, then 32, we're eventually gonna push back up because the interest rates are gonna be dropped gradually. So one decrease isn't just gonna be it, and that's just gonna keep weakening the dollar and then strengthening gold. So yeah, we should have a bullish end of the year. How much is gold up for the year already? Gold is, where did we start this year? January. Oh, 2024. It's a bit far back. We started 2600s. No, 2600s. So we've had quite a push the first 7 months of the year. Sounds mad to say. Imagine just starting a year and just hitting buy on gold. Who'd have thought Trump would have done all of this, eh? Tariffs. Boom. Alright, 6 minutes till advanced GDP. Is it gonna give us any news? GJ can't stay bullish on the daily. Look, right back into the Asian range. Where's Golden's Asian range? Oh, not that. Gold is staying within this Asian range too. Well, we know that it's ranging. Do you know what? If you haven't traded this range, you haven't forced anything, good on you, because these are definitely the times where you just sit on your hands and wait for your setup, wait for your strategy. Just wait. Don't force anything. There's no point. Protect your capital. Sometimes a win is not taking a trade at all. we just wait, we just wait. I don't know if this news is going to take us out of this range. Would love for it to. Alright, what's this news going to do now? My chart frozen. Don't seem like it's moving. %, good numbers again. Good numbers, very good numbers. 0.5% more than forecast. Right, so that's 2 lots of good numbers dropped today. Anticipating some gold sells here, or a sell-off at least a bit. Man, if this doesn't move, it shows this isn't very high impact news, or it's waiting for something bigger. Clearly FOMC later on today. This is like the small fry at this point. Alright, down to the support. Okay, this is what's supposed to be happening. Finally getting some volume in. Nice, nice. Wonder if it's just going to respect this support and then push back up. Looks like the support's going to be holding. Well, we've got one price here. Looks like the support's going to be holding. GJ still continuing its uptrend. Right, if price closes below, would I take some sells? Potentially, because I'm looking for price to retest this 4-hour support down here. Now looking at the 4-hour, the daily's now bearish again. Be breaking 4-hour support and the previous 4-hour candle low. So I'm thinking a bit more of a pullback. But we'll see. Still got 24 minutes for this candle to actually close. Alright, gold, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're gonna drop. It's not raining. Is it raining? What am I looking for? Gold is really chilling. I mean, it's not bad movement. It's just not, there's just not a lot of volume. That's all. So like 55 pips, not bad. Not bad. But I don't think this news is high impact enough to change the direction or to give us some direction. Clearly it isn't. But sometimes you can see a reaction to news after like New York open. So to the new 4-hour candle, 2 o'clock, 2:30. Sometimes that's when you'll really see the impact of news. So you've had 2 lots before market open now. Well, most of it is anyway, but I think if we're going to get a big pullback, it's going to be the next candle or 2:30. I would love to see this range get filled down here. So like right now we've got a low, lower high, lower low, and then this here create that lower high to come down, potentially create a lower low, might get a pullback for FOMC, maybe a retest, and then continue down. This would be ideal for me. That would be ideal. All starts with us getting out of this damn range. Oh, sorry. Yeah, nah, nothing on pound yen. I don't know, man. I think this support holds. I think gold wants to push up some more for some reason. Because I'm so bearish on FOMC, I want the pullback first. I'm expecting a pullback so it gets a nice drop, and I want FOMC to be dropping from a nice key level. But I mean, it could be this resistance, could be the resistance of the day, where we just play this range and then, you know, we break out from this 100 pip range Dum, 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 dum. So no, I'm gonna leave GJ, man. GJ's not doing nothing for me. Nothing for me. Dum, 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 dum. Alright, we're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. Go on. Very strong level on the 15. Look, all the way across. It's a nice little zone. Ah, we're not getting that closure. We're not getting it. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not even on the 15. Oh, today's gonna be very interesting. If I don't take no trade today, I'll be quite happy with myself. I'm not gonna lie, because the setup has to be so nice. See what happens in the next 15 minutes. Knew that was gonna happen. "15-minute closure would have been perfect. It would have been a nice start. It would have been a nice start for a push down. There we go. Finally. It had to do that, didn't it? Oh man. Oh. I mean, I wanted to break out. I didn't really want it to break out, you know, too far from the range. But the next candle is going to be the start of the 4-hour candle and 1 hour. So I would anticipate a nice top wick, maybe a retest. Here would be perfect. A retest of 32.23, 33.23. Sorry, that would be perfect. Pull back and then re-break the low and sell. Because a 30-minute and 4-hour support, it would be ideal. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see. I think market open does continue in the direction of the news. So sells. I was about to hit 33.18. Wow, it moved. Didn't even move on trading view. There we go. 33.18. Damn, this thing is falling. Benny said gold is gone. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even I was looking at the 15-minute. If the 15-minute managed to close below, I would have been interested in some sells. I'm not gonna lie. And after news, post news is usually when I would use the 15-minute just to jump in on the volume, just to get a better entry. Because I just had a feeling once this support broke, that's it. Gold was gonna come down to this 4-hour support, especially when looking at the higher time frame. The 4-hour was breaking the previous 4-hour low. That's always a good sign that price is gonna push. When the daily's bearish again, also failed to break yesterday's high, which is, you know, you'd expect that for sells. Damn, 33.16. Like just needed a little closure below to get in and fill this range down to here. What can you do, eh? But this is definitely my first target, back to like 33. Well, this zone here, 33.11, lowest 33.12, 13. I don't even know where I'd get in now, to be honest. If I'm basing it on, we've got support. If I'm looking at just the 4-hour time frame, then I'm just thinking top wick, and then re-break the 4-hour low, and then get into some sells. Right, based on that. So we've got just under 7 minutes. But yeah, I did think this 4-hour candle was just the lower high, the next lower high to continue down. So I think gold continues down. You know, I'm still 32.85 still on the table. Still on the table. Man is bleeding. Hi, gold. Let's see if it closes now. If it breaks this 4-hour support, now that would be a very nice touch for continued sells. If it breaks the support, so I was kind of anticipating that, you know, we close near this, the first support, 33.23, get a closure below, and then the new 4-hour creates a top wick, breaks a low, and then drives below this 4-hour support. But if we close by this 4-hour support now, if we don't break it now, I think the next one, the new 4-hour at 2 o'clock creates a support here to push back up. So I really need this level to be broken and we close below, because then we're making a new low. I really, that's don't hold at this 4-hour support. We already know this 4-hour level is pretty strong. So this is a 4-hour and 1-hour support, 1-hour level. And pound yen is still in the same place. Snooze. Alright, a few minutes to go. Man, target one hit without me. Alright, 30 seconds. Alright, so we closed respecting this 4-hour support. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. So what I'll be looking for now is for GJ, for gold, sorry, to create some structure to then continue down. So I need, because we've had this strong push down, I need either a pullback, a retest, and then we finally break below the support and continue down, or just a support and a lower high, like a resistance, to then come back down. So it could go either ways. Retest first and then a continued drop. But if it closes back in this range, then I'm looking for price to push up. So say it closes back in here, I'll be looking for a push up to this 4-hour resistance. I'm leaning more towards the sells. Definitely leaning more towards the sells. And if gold manages just to create a top wick, break the low of this 4-hour candle, then I think we'll just continue driving down. So my buy target, my immediate buy target is this 4-hour resistance, 33.40. Maybe up into the highs. So 33.40. Yeah, 33.40. Our first buy target if it decides to push back up. And for sells, I'm looking at 3300 again, like down here, 3302, 3300, and then 3285 for the end of the day. But with FOMC, that's what I said I was going to do. Let's go look and see what happened last FOMC. So that was on the, wait, what? Shit, did this enter a trade? How? What? Enter a trade by mistake. that is profitable. That's crazy. How did I do that? Anyway, baffling. The fuck was that? The hell was that? Anyway, be very careful. I don't know what just happened. I just got entered into a trade. Luckily, it was in the direction I was going, but that's weird. All right. Federal funds rate June 18th, 4.5, 4.5. So June 18th. No, what am I doing? That just threw me right off. Bruh. Alright, so June 18th, let me just confirm it was at 7, because now we have these daylight savings. Yep, 7 o'clock. Cool. Alright, so June 18th, 7 o'clock. So gold pushed up at 7, tapped into this resistance, and then 7:30, just in time for the the press conference, boom, we fell 200 and, let's call it 260 pips, just to round up. 260 pips, gold dropped. So yeah, today, like I said, expecting a pullback just before the news, and I want it to sell from a key level, so a resistance, a retest, something like that. But I do think we're going to get a push up before we get the sales down for this FOMC. Just because if the rates stay the same, it's going to be bearish for gold, and you don't want to sell at the lows. You want to sell at a higher price. So that's my psychology of it. Anyway, but no trades just yet. There's nothing going on just yet. There's nothing happening here. The 1 hour, if we can close on a 1 hour time frame below 33.10. If we can close below 33.10, 1 hour time frame, then I think we'll get more sells down. That's what I'll be looking at. I want to clear these little speed bumps, these little supports to the left. They're no good. I'm still baffled how I got entered into this trade, you know. This is it's very scary. What just happened? I was like, yeah, your position has been entered. Excuse you. Let's figure out what the hell happened. History. I did not put that there. Mad. Yeah, man, it's a strong 4 hour level. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. I mean, it hit my first TP without me. Came straight down. But this 4 hour level, I do expect a bit of a pullback and then retracement. Gold gone. What's up, Ash? What's good? You always come just when I'm about to leave. I was looking after the news came out. Once the news dropped, and it's both good numbers for ADP and GDP, I was anticipating this gold drop, but there's just no entries for me, man. No entries. I was looking at this 15-minute. If the 15-minute had closed below my support, then I would have been taking these sells in. I would have had these sells break at this low. Look at that, 63 pip stop. Not bad. And but yeah, I was actually targeting this 4 hour support. You see price already came down, tapped the support. And now, to be honest with you, I want a bit of a pullback. And then I want sells for FOMC later. That's my idea. If we break this 4 hour low now, then it is what it is. I'm still aiming for like 33.85 for the day. He's looking for an entry, but it was a good... Yeah, same. There was no setups. Wasn't a good setup for me either. I was even going to the 15-minute time frame, and I don't usually do that. But I definitely anticipated this drop down to this 4 hour level. So, you know, one of those days, I'm not forcing nothing on a day like today when there's all this news. But sales later on today, I am looking forward to. I doubt I'll stream it. I might do a little FOMC, but normally I think the move is going to happen at 7:30 at the press conference. I think that's when the move's happening. So we'll see a bit of a push at 7, and then 7:30 we'll get the move. So yeah, I'm looking at 7 o'clock pullback or 2 p.m. pullback for the US folks in here. And then 7:30 or 2:30 the drop. So that's my plan for the rest of the day. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll probably be in the Discord for the FOMC so we can talk about it if I'm not streaming. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to it. Because I want big movement from gold. That's really why I'm looking forward to it. I need gold to do something, get out of this range. 4 hour structure looks super nice to continue down. It's just this 4 hour support is this holding price up right now. But once we break, look at that. Daily looks good to continue down. If we break this support, we're going to be breaking yesterday's low. You know, monthly candle, flip bearish. Because look, monthly candle didn't break the previous month's high. I mean, I think we make a longer bottom wick. There's just so many things pointing towards the sells. The only thing I think that will cause buyers for gold is if they decide to drop the interest rates today. And I haven't heard anything about that. Nothing about that. Nothing. Which is great. Which is great. But yeah, guys. Ash, I'm going to message you. I'm going to message you. Peoples. Yeehaw. Benny, Rosie. I will see you guys. Maybe in the Discord. Maybe stream later. I'll let you know. But if not in the Discord, then tomorrow. What news is tomorrow? I don't think there's any news mañana. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, we've got Japan interest rates. That's great. It's the Asian session. And core PCE index. Okay, so more news tomorrow, of course. Heavy news week, all week. All week news. But yeah, guys, peace out. See you then.